Pree Dis is brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the Everything Sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the True Pet Food, Simply Better Pet Food.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pree Dis Show. You don't know I'm your host Naldo Addi, and this week we're in Runaway Bay, St. Ann for the Sharkies edition of Pree Dis. You don't know when it comes on to the latest and the best in entertainment and lifestyle, where else you go about Pree Dis Show. So without further ado, guess what? The show starts now! So to kick off the show this week, we have none other than Alexx A Game, who plays Peter Tosh in the Bob Marley One Love movie. But Alexx is not just an actor, he's also a recording artist. But let's hear some more. Alexx, what go on? Big up, my boss.
Pree Dis, come in. Got to go harder. Yes, I got to go harder. Oh Lord, some days me feel like can't bother pick it up, oh God, me feel like give it up. It's only right that I invite Pree Dis to St. Ann, because Pree Dis is family to me and St. Ann is my place. So you know, you have to invite the family to the home, you know what I mean? Definitely.
How long have you been living here in St. Ann?
I was born in St. Ann, I was raised in St. Ann, and St. Ann is my place.
How would you sell your parish to any visitor?
St. Ann is, I would say, the place of all the raw materials that the pride of Jamaica. Bob Marley, Marcus Garvey, Alexx A Game, and so many more. You know what I mean? Bauxite. Growing up in St. Ann, it really, you know, influenced me as a creative overall. I feel like it adds the complexity to my character. St. Ann is a very complex place. It's a place where you will see wealth, you'll see poverty, you will see excitement, you can experience calm. It's just like every single element is here. When the pressure is on, when the challenges come, we've got to keep moving on, oh strong. The music journey for me has been like, exactly, to be honest with you, exactly how I want it. Exactly how I wanted it from the start. You know what I mean? I've always told myself, you know, coming into the music industry that I don't want the bus. You know what I mean? I was always interested in building, not bussing. Because when you build, you understand what you're doing. You take it from the foundation, you take it all the way up to the top.
What would you say has been the highlight for you thus far musically?
But definitely I've had some really good points. You know, going on tour 2022, you know, touring Europe, you know, independently. You know, that was really good, being able to bring, you know, my brethrens and tour with me. Oh, you the brother man, you got to go harder. Hey, little sister, you fi go harder. Yeah, listen, mama, you got to go harder. Performing at a festival in Europe for me was like, it was huge. It was big, because I always say this, that, you know, I'm coming from performing from for the couch in the living room, and I mean nobody at all. So for me to be seeing like people in front of me that, you know, from different races, different places, we just come to experience music, you know, it was like a really great feeling. And to me, I was ready for that moment. The first festival I did in Europe, I was opening the show. One time for the goddess and the goddamn. Me no want see no problem. Stay close to me from them.
What was it about you think that drew their attention?
I feel like it was a combination of everything, and that is the important thing that I want people to, especially the youths out there, to pay attention to. I wasn't always an artist. At first I was just an instrumentalist playing instruments until I started singing, you know. One thing about me is I always keep pushing. I always keep putting stuff out there. You know, I've done Pree Dis show years ago. Who knows? They probably saw that Pree Dis interview. I don't know. But I just kept doing stuff. I just keep putting things out there. Never stop. when I did the audition now, that sealed it for them to realize, oh, he can act. This is our guy. When the pressure is on, and when the challenges come,
How challenging was the role for you?
It wasn't challenging at all, to be honest. Why? Because that's already a character that I was invested in. Peter Tosh.
Has this opened up your appetite to pursue other acting possibilities?
Yeah, it definitely opened up my appetite for that because it was always a dream of mine to become an actor. I already have other things on the plate. You know, I'm already, you know, reading for other roles. This year for me is all about work, creating. The EP or the album is coming out late March to early April. Even when it's tough, you got to go harder. How you juvenile, you got to go harder. Do it with a smile, you got to go harder.
Alright, my side, so it's now break time. But no worry on yourself, we have a lot in store. Stay tuned.
I compare it. What bitter means to me, it means respect. Yeah. From you a top man, respect the bitter with the real top brand. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Respect the bitter. 18 years old, the drink responsibly.
Last December, recording artist Jah Lama released the EP titled Fight the Fight. Let's hear some more about the project as well as his career in this week's Up Next segment.
Up next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
Fight the fight, cause my bond rough. Fight the fight, cause my bond tough. Struggles in a life, enough. Still I buy the car, them a well buff.
The EP Fight the Fight, when was it released?
The 15th of December. Yeah. At a place named Chapelton, Summerfield. Yeah, we keep a show release. And it go on good same way. The show was a success same way, although it was raining.
Who produced the EP Fight the Fight?
Pandemic, RGM, the Pandemic Records.
What was it like working with Turbulence on the project?
Well, working with Turbulence is a experience because of the first time I work with such a big artist. Yeah, and it was a joy because Turbulence showed me enough love and them things there and show me enough things about the business as well too.
Put in the work so the thing gets stronger. Broke days, no longer. Remember days when we used to beg sponsor. Man, upgrade and stop drive Lancer.
How did music begin for Jah Lama?
Well, it started from early age, like from church and from school days. But then now around in 2021, yeah, I start do it professionally.
How would you describe your journey in music?
Well, hard. Like my first EP, me have to name it Fight the Fight because the journey is not easy.
Where in Clarendon are you from? Where you grew up?
A place named Crawl River.
Cause only God know my tomorrow. I'm alone, know my story go.
Who are some of the producers that you've worked with apart from Pandemic Records?
Only two more producers I ever worked with, Black Carpet and Marche Music.
What does Jah Lama bring to the table musically?
Whole heap of difference and calm and I'm bringing a message to the table.
What's the message from the EP Fight the Fight? Was it inspired by your personal experiences?
Most of it, but some of it is just everyday living.
Fight the fight, cause my bond rough. Fight the fight, cause my bond tough. Struggles in a life, enough.
He's a former Woolmere and also has over a decade of experience in the music industry. Let's check in with K-Mix from the Hyperactive Sound in this week's Mixmaster segment.
Mixmasters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
this. Get the wine, the red, the overproof it and
Street vibes up, we are drinking that. Street vibes, busting on me, yeah. No matter your stat, I drink.
And on this week's Mixmasters segment, we welcome KMix Hyperactive. KMix,
YPree, bro.
you've been DJing since what, 2014?
From about 20, yeah.
But when you do a whole man, you always say, oh, just want to graduate, you know, because I this one doing music, one doing art. You did have other interests, like you say, oh, accounting, be a lawyer, doctor, or anything like something.
Well, being did have other interests outside of music. I'm always had a backup plan in some sense. Backup plan for me was not doctor, not accounting. It was actually mechanical engineering, but unfortunately chemistry and physics thing never really worked for me, as I say. So I have to turn a blind eye. But I did go to the IT and them type of stuff. So done the music now, been a do it from grade 8, grade 9 days, 2014 thereabouts. So
yeah, almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So we turn up a weekend. A million and up a G spend.
When did the Hyperactive Sound discover you?
Alright, so for Hyperactive Sound now, it's actually a family thing. I'm aligned with Hyperactive by blood. One of the owners, Taryn Baker, and the co-owner, Stavin Rose. So I've been aligned with Hyperactive from even before high school. Left Wolmer's, actually started professionally playing music about 2017. So when I left Wolmer's 2016, I came down here for like a year just to do recruiting with the senior folks who were on the sound at the time, learned what I needed to learn, and then by 2017, start taking on the road professionally.
What's the biggest event that you've ever played at?
Biggest event I've ever played at, Sharkies Seafood Festival.
Hyperactive, ground them.
Why me for off one girl when continental girl take set one me for themselves forever.
So, how did it feel? Like, for no say, yo, you was a youngster, fairly young, of 8,000 people. You have them people and basically in the palm of your hand.
And I'm gonna say I get nervous or I feel a little thing before you go up on the stage, but once you go up on the stage, you feel out the crowd and plan, fail to prepare to fail.
Speaking of which, how do you read the crowd?
Something like a party now, like a club or a dance, events have a time frame. But sometimes people come late, people come early, so you have to read the crowd. Sometimes you pay attention to the tables. See how the liquor move, how fast the liquor drink, how much buckle and buy, how much buckle done already.
But you're not only a DJ, you are also a music producer and an audio engineer.
We have projects that are slated to release this year, early February. So you can just look out for those stuff. KMix Entertainment.
Youngsters out there, like myself, yeah. Youngsters meaning not in terms of age, but young in the DJing thing. What would you encourage them to do? What some words of advice that you would share?
Stay true to yourself. That's the first thing. Stay true to yourself. Know what you want. Know what is your goal. Don't be afraid to look out there and to see who is on top of their game. See what they're doing. See how you can do it, but do it better than them.
We have an extra special PAN Di Fyah segment coming up for you guys right after this break.
Ray and Never, Pee culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we red, Pee country. We are it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor we are a celebration time.
I feel the culture. Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
Ray and Nephew overproof from we just a do it to the culture.
So there's no way we could have done Sharkies. I wanna sample the food. And boy, so far, so good. The food shot. But let's hear some more in this week's PAN Di Fyah segment.
PAN Di Fyah is brought to you by JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Swiss Mambo sauce, the everything sauce. Housekeeper aluminum foil. Keep it fresh, secure, and store your food with Housekeeper foil and cling wrap. Affordable and strong. Landher Service Disinfectant Spray and Landher Oven Grill and Stovetop Cleaner.
And we're here with Marsha. Marsha, what are some of your duties at Sharkies?
Here, I ensure that the servers went to the table on time, make sure the meal is coming out hot, and everybody's having a good time.
So to me, it sounds like you boss up everybody.
Not really, sometimes.
How long has Sharkies been around?
10 beautiful years.
What are the types of food that you offer?
Alright, we do mostly seafood, but we do jerk chickens. Yes, and we have steak, salmon, but we're special in steamed fish, shrimp pasta, and we have a famous dish, seafood platter.
What times are you guys open?
Alright, we're open every day, even Christmas Day, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
What are some of the other amenities that keeps the customers coming back?
Alright, each time you come, we have something else. Probably we have something added to the bar, to the dining room. We probably revamp the menu, so yeah, every time it's something's different.
Alright guys, so we're now here with the head chef at Sharkies, Javon Martin. Chef Martin, what one?
There man, good.
So what's some of the seafood them want to specialize in?
Alright, the main thing we have like the seafood boil and the platter. Those go crazy. Crazy dish. Yeah, people crave for that.
What your favorite dish to prepare?
Well, when I have a try still, but favorite dish would be like steak. Cause steak come with that type of temperature. But you know, so you have like medium. Yeah. Weird, so it's like a technique of you know how to cook it.
You've been here since the inception of the restaurant, from day one, over 10 years now, right? How you manage the kitchen as the head chef?
Well, you have some rough time, good time. That come like a captain on a ship, you know. So you have some good days, you have rough sea, bad sea. So we just keep and pull, and the greatest thing is teamwork. Once you have a good teamwork, we deliver properly. Yeah.
Head Chef Martin, big up yourself, my boss. Let's get some more senior dog care tips from Dr. Simone Jonally. It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
We encourage owners to not only take their dogs to get groomed professionally, but also have some of these tools on hand at home. So a good comb, a good brush, a good, if not daily, weekly exercise of removing that hair is going to be important. And that continues the older this animal gets.
Are there visible signs that the dog displays that they're veterans, that they're getting older?
Just like us, some of them, they'll get gray hairs. So you can see that, especially in your darker colored coats animals, you will see graying hairs, white hairs start to pop up. You may notice a change in their behavior in terms of their movement. Maybe they're a little bit more reluctant to play with other dogs or play with you. They might be reluctant to go upstairs, might get a little bit moody, a little bit snappy. Looking at things like how they get up and how they sit down might change. And another thing that I think is easily overlooked is we do have a parallel to dementia in our dogs. Cognitive decline, basically, where we believe to some extent they are losing the understanding and the appreciation for their surroundings. We also have to come to the point of realizing when we are no longer able to provide them with a life that they are worthy of. Whether that means that we need to transition them to the afterlife, as hard as that might be, or whether that means that we won't be able to provide them with the level of care that they need.
Do older female dogs still get into heat?
That's an interesting question. The older they get, it does become less likely that they come into heat, or they may reduce the frequency with which they come into heat. And I'm happy you brought up that point because one thing that we have an issue with is overpopulation. We have lots of stray dogs, lots of stray cats on the road. And what we find is the older these female dogs get, as well as the male dogs, is the higher we have the risk for certain medical issues, particularly cancers, reproductive cancers. They can come into heat, and one of the things that becomes a challenge is you don't really want your older animals to be pregnant at that later stage in life when they're not in their optimum breeding capacity, when they have their own medical challenges, and when you, quite frankly, might not be prepared for them to have babies.
Does the older male dog still jump, or is he too weak to get into activity like that?
Sometimes. The urge is still there. Once the testicles are still there, we still have our hormones flowing, and so they will be just as active unless they have a behavioral issue with another animal, or if they have, which is what normally happens, joint issues. So they may not be able to mount as easily because they're having hip issues, or they're having arthritic changes in the knees, or they may just lose interest naturally. It's why we have to think seriously about having male and female dogs that have not been spayed or neutered together. And it's why we have to think about the optimum time to have those procedures done to prevent those things from happening. Because what can also happen is you can have older animals that still have interest in that interaction, but it leads to an actual physical damage.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food. After the break, we have the Magnum Top 10 chart, YPree, as well as our Field Culture segment. Dog on our way, we're so forward.
Just add a little bit and you're ready to go. Swiss Mambo, you already know. Oh, Mambo makes everything better. No ordinary, no. Swiss Mambo, the star of the show. Oh, Mambo makes everything better.
It's JF Mills Flour and Mixes for your pastries, pancakes, festivals, Johnny cakes, and many cakes. Your wraps, pizzas, rotis, spinners, and dumplings and fritters. Using our wide variety of flour to include counter, cake and pastry, all-purpose, whole wheat, and baking. Pick them up today. All from JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Distributed by Caramed.
There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
Ray & Nephew has partnered with the Ministry of Culture as well as JCDC to promote the annual celebration of Reggae Month, which is in February. Let's hear some more in our Field Culture segment.
Field Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Field Culture. What does this association, this partnership with Ray & Nephew signify to you as someone who's been at the helm of Jamaica's culture and music for several years?
You know, I think of it, I don't know if I should say this, but I look at it as a relationship that has existed over the years for a long time, and we decided to get married today. Because Ray & Nephew, you know, white rum is a part of our culture, and Ray & Nephew is an entity that has always been there as one of the corporate entity that has built Jamaica, contributed to Jamaica's development. And our culture and our sports have been a natural output from the people. And so it's a natural coming together, a natural relationship that can only grow from strength to strength. and that can only produce positive results. And now Jerry and Neville partnering on us in culture and sports to penetrate this country, it's a win-win situation. And where government is not able to provide funding, where government of Jamaica is not able to move in a more expeditious manner, the private sector is on board now to give us that push and to give us that support to really help us. It means that we now have a partner and we're going to work together to ensure that we are able to have that much greater an impact on the people of Jamaica, and particularly young people.
Ray in the View, the company itself, but also the brand, of rum is an integral part of Jamaican culture and Jamaican society. So it's really a deep cultural association to that. And what we want to do is make sure that that remains. Not only that remains, but for the brand and the corporation, because of course the Ray in the View rum and Ray in the View corporation, it's one in the same, in the sense that for the public, when they hear Ray in the View, they think about the rum, but they also think about the company. You take the fact that we are so embedded in the culture to do more than just selling rum. We want to make sure that that culture permeates in the communities, and investing in programs like this one, but also we have a lot of things in the pipeline that you will hear as it comes that we want the community to benefit from. So we think that we can do a lot of good with our marketing money from the brand that you asked me earlier, and try to slightly redirect our investment, not only on the commercial aspect of the rum, so the brand, so building the brand equity, but we think we have an opportunity to do more than that and help the community and try to get some of these, those young adults in particular, get out of crime. If we can create opportunities through sport, through music.
Who do you think should be the 8th national hero of Jamaica? Well, members of the public gave their 2 cents in this week's YPree Vox Pop segment. YPree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
Alright, everybody would choose a different criteria of national hero, but I think Usain Bolt could be one of our national heroes because of what he's done for the country.
Well, that's an easy question. Definitely Usain Bolt, because he as well has put Jamaica on the map with track and field. When you think of Jamaica, you think of Usain Bolt.
This is kind of something between Bob Marley and Usain Bolt.
Bob Marley, basically. Bob Marley has put Jamaica globally on the map when it comes to reggae. So I think Bob Marley should get the go-ahead, and I think he deserves it.
Bob Marley. Very easy. Very, very easy.
I think Usain Bolt deserves it because he did so much of Jamaica, as in the Olympics. He deserves it. Usain Bolt, for sure.
And those are the views of the people. Let us know what you think on all our social media platforms at Pree Dis Show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and of course on YouTube. And tune in next week for more YPree. YPree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter. Continental girl that takes said for me, I don't know, but anyways, has Niger Boy finally eclipsed Roger Wild for #1? Let's find out on this week's Magnum Top 10 chart. Magnum, take charge.
Same not dance, but the shot make him a move. Yeah, take a Jackson with the black shoes.
Some more that drive 100 miles just to spend some time with you.
Bumper go round and round, round and round, round and round.
Oh we go, my baby Tony and we.
Got this a boy, get him talent free. Me not fool yet, Panama not just.
So we burn up a weekend. So we turn up a week.
A big brick, chopping I bang. Nah, do not show unless I kills me know about. I act bad in charge. Stop it, man. Continue.
Continental girl I take set. Want me for themself forever except man.
Look on this, Pree Dis, we this, you have to see this. Yo, I'm not giving you no more, I'm true. No worry on yourself. Just look out for me very soon on the up next segment. But fun and jokes aside, Sharkies, big up on yourself. Runaway Bay, big up on yourself. It was wonderful. But until next time, I'm your host Naldo Addi. Peace.
Seafood is done to order. Where else to go and get that?
Glorious. Continental girl, your favorite thing for prepare?
I steam fish for real, you know. You know what thing come.
Oh, it's a steam fish we back.
Them way they full of I can't tell you what going on, you know what I mean? Alright.
Pree Dis was brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the everything sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the True Pet Food, Simply Better Pet Food.